So my name is Alex Rattray, and I am the brewer here and one of the co-owners of the Granary. We've been around about 3 years now, so we do Central Texas kind of style barbecue during the day, a pretty casual format, and then at dinner we do a more modern take on barbecue with full table service. We do everything in-house, so for our lunch menu, all of our bread and pickles are all done in-house. We also make, obviously, all of our beer here in-house, as well as sodas, pretty much everything else as well. The building is really unique. It's one of the few original structures that's still standing here at the Pearl. So the building's over 100 years old, and it was owned by the Chief Cooper of the original Pearl Brewery. The house is all original. What you see around you, the walls, floors, ceilings is all original wood from the structure, and then we added on a patio. We added on a kitchen as well because we were already trying to cram a restaurant and a brewery in a very small space. So we were able to add on a little bit. Kind of more interesting beers that we do, it's called Socrates, and it's kind of a collaboration beer that we did with one of our local coffee roasters here in town called Brown Coffee. It's a balanced, more of an East Coast style IPA, but we feature more traditional West Coast American hops like Cascade and Centennial. And then we use a Canyon coffee. Canyon coffees tend to be very acidic. They tend to have a lot of really nice grapefruit and lemon notes. And so we really wanted to, again, create a coffee beer that was unlike most of the coffee beers that we'd experienced. You can really taste all the flavors and the aromas of the beer, and you can really still taste all the flavors and the aromas of the coffee into one, so they don't get lost in each other, they don't get muted. We worked with Aaron from Brown to kind of help create something like that. And again, it just kind of came from wanting to use coffee maybe a different way that we just hadn't really seen before in a beer. One of the other things that we always wanted to do, especially with the dinner menu, was kind of bring in some other cultures that do a lot of barbecue as well. You know, every culture has their own barbecue. We're taking a ramen noodle bowl that'd be very familiar in some Asian culture, and then we're basically doing it like a southern version of that. So the protein in there is kind of fatty brisket. The broth that we make, we use smoked bones to give you a really nice kind of like dark smoky element to it. A kind of a traditionally cooked egg in there. But then the greens, we use collard greens instead of maybe something that more traditional kind of Asian flavors. And then we take some shallots and then we rub them with our house barbecue sauce and then kind of flash fry them to give you some texture. And then the other thing we do is we use beer to make the noodles. It's not something that maybe you're gonna taste the noodle and be like, oh, there's beer in here. It adds a little extra oomph to the noodles to just, again, to kind of enhance that flavor and just tie it back into everything that we do. So there's, I think the curse of starting new things is that your brain keeps thinking of other new things to do. Just, I feel like there's kind of this feeling that if you don't open a new restaurant tomorrow, that you're gonna get passed up and like all the cool press will be gone, and someone else have taken all the good spots and someone also created all the cool ideas. But I'd rather have one really great restaurant than 4 mediocre restaurants. Whatever we do outside of the Granary, we never want the Granary to suffer because of that. So it's really about building up our staff here. We've already got great people here, making sure that we take care of this first, and then as time allows, start stretching out to new places. It's a really exciting time to be in San Antonio. I've grown up here pretty much my whole life. There's still so many people in the city that are just now discovering the Pearl. They're just now discovering some of the cool things that are going on downtown. I really think that we're just kind of scratching the surface. I think we have a really unique food culture where a lot of us have kind of grown up together. A lot of us have started restaurants around the same time, and a lot of us hadn't had a lot of experience before. So we've kind of been through some of the hard stuff together. We've kind of learned, and for the most part, I think there's a really nice kind of friendly competition where we all want to push each other to do better. We realize that if we do well and the other guys in the industry do well, like that's just going to be good for San Antonio. Some of the locals that maybe don't get down here that much, when they see an article written up in a big paper about San Antonio, it kind of intrigues them. It's like, hey, maybe I need to go check out the Pearl, what's going on down there. Maybe I need to go down and check out some of the local breweries and stuff. So I think overall it's a really good thing.